Previously on Grade Ace Attorney Resolve.
I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo. What? I didn't... What? When did that happen? Guilty as charged!
Alright, let's get back to it.
Alright, welcome back, guys. We're about to talk about the misgivings of Kazuma's father, which we've discussed a little bit before, but maybe not in as much detail as we would have liked. I guess we're about to find out maybe something here. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago. Sorry, I just ran up the stairs again. Couldn't wait to get back to this, I'm telling you. Wait, sorry, I had a hiccup, a burp, and a yawn all at the same time. Holy crap. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out my friend's father was... Oh, yes, Genshin Asogi. Oh. The professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain. There were such awful murders and unprecedented, using a ferocious dog as a murderer. Yeah, they mentioned that, too. We never came back to that. That did cross my mind one day. I was like, I wonder if that was ever gonna, like, come back or something. And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited to study here by the government. Huh. So the true identity of the killer couldn't be made public then, and can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him, and neither did the citizens of London. The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time, I understand. Yes, and it's a good thing you do, because if you didn't... Boy. Or in the words of Sans, buddy. It has to be noted there were some supporters of the professor's apparent cause. Well, aren't there always? Supporters of a mass murder, you'd be surprised. The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole. Or so a fair few thinkers in London believed anyway. Right, I see. But it was still murder, wasn't it? I know. It seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey. Huh. Kinda does, doesn't it? That is a brilliant insight. Wow. Shoot. He didn't say anything to that, though. Oh, man. So is this maybe his way of trying to pick up where he left off when the professor got arrested and executed and all that? I don't know. Do I have anything to present? All I got's my armband, but we might as well. Could I show you this, Lord Strongheart? Oh god, why did I just do that? Oh no, he's gonna talk for 15 minutes about this. I'm the Lord Chief Justice, and I'm about to talk for 15 minutes about this. I'm not here to offer advice about evidence, or Edgeworth, or that Babyface song that Tim's always singing. Especially when the evidence in question is so dull. Ah, so that's the real reason. Oh god, I just had a flashback to something. That thing we found, with the blood on it at the end of case 2, was that like a dog collar? What was the deal there? Like, the prisoner guy wanted, Shamspear to go find it, and I guess, get rid of it before somebody else could find it, I guess, or something? I don't remember exactly, but, well, do I dare examine here? I don't know. I suppose we might as well. These very European suits of armor are still glaring at each other across the carpet, I see. Like the Oracle in the Never-Ending Story. In a way, they feel like guardians of the Lord Chief Justice's office. I suppose they're rather like the lion dogs that guard shrines in Japan, aren't they? Aren't they a bit too human to be called lion dogs? No, you can always call a human a dog. You know, like that guy in Final Fantasy X-2, you Youth League dogs!
You Youth League dogs will never be worthy...
Two cats. I feel as though we've gone a bit of a tangent. Wow. It's like Ryunosuke knew what I was talking about. It's like, shut up, you're going on a tangent. Who wants to talk about Final Fantasy X-2 right now? You couldn't read all those books even if you were reincarnated 6 times over. Yeah, I heard that. Lord Stronghead really have read all these? And then maybe he just did that thing they do in the Matrix where he just plugged in his brain and then just had the knowledge pumped in. I'll check it out just to see. As ever, the enormous clock is diligently maintaining its rhythmical tick-tock today. Well, what do you think it's going to do? Stop? Watching machinery at work can be quite mesmerizing, can it? Ironically, you can completely forget the time. What I particularly enjoy is watching the enormous wheels of a steam locomotive turning. When I was a little girl, Grandmother often used to take me to watch the railway engines, you know? It's an open fire for me. I could sit and watch the flames for hours. Mr. Naruhodo, we could install one in the office. An enormous... I thought she was about to get mad at me. No, she just had an idea. Perhaps we could start with a simple fireplace. That would work too. I don't know though. In the attic, the wood, the throne, the toilet. Just sitting behind that desk must make you feel so important, don't you think? Would you like to have an office like this, Mr. Naruhodo? With such a grand desk? Who, me? What do I look like, Damon Gant? I don't think so. Oh. Well, imagine if you suddenly found yourself needing the toilet.
The toilet.
I didn't think this game was gonna go there. Like, Danganronpa 2 went there, and that was bad enough. Perhaps the important people who work in ostentatious offices like this haven't considered such things. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Like, maybe just have a toilet installed there. That's why they call it the throne. Then he can just take a dump while he's signing documents. The document dump delivery. That's what you could call it. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Is there anywhere else for us to go? I think, we never examined the stuff in Holmes' office. Are you sure we've asked everything we need to? Oh, maybe not. Let's go back and take a look and see. Oh, God, that hair! Jesus Christ, man! Get a wig or something, I don't know. Oh, are you sure you told... Okay, alright, wait, hang on. Let me, No, we can examine. Alright, over here, where's Iris? Nowhere to be seen. Okay, so everything on the sides, most of the stuff I examined there seemed to get the same dialogue as before. There's a couple of things here, like maybe the mask or the newspaper that might bring us something new here, I don't know. We'll see. This looks like last week's edition. What's that article circled in red ink there? Red ink. Oh, the color red is just going to be the flavor of the week here. It's in an advertisement column, it says. To the Red-Headed League. Oh. The RHL. Here we go. I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but... Look at my hair. Can you imagine what league I must have recently joined? There's something on my face. Clearly this has something to do with that. Lively hair. The Red-Headed League article has been entered into the court record. The court record, yeah. Lovely. Are those PlayStation symbols? No, that's like 3. Is that Cosmo's mask? Wait a minute. It is. What is it doing here? Well, I guess he threw it away, though, in the cord. Maybe we kept it? When he cast it aside the trial the other day, I just sort of picked it up. Yeah, okay. We ought to give it back to him, I suppose. But he has his memory back now, doesn't he? And I can't help feeling he might turn around and tell me coldly to wear it myself. But isn't he your best friend? Oh. Okay, let me look at that article. Is there more to learn here? Get $4 per week, or £4, I guess, if you are a redhead. A most fantastic money-making opportunity. And he's always trying to make money. So, like, yeah. Oh, man. I would do this. Wait, let me see what this says here. On account of the bequest of the late Ezekiah Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, USA, there is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind and above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. Ah. Wow, the magnifying glass makes it look really clear. You can, like, read all the stuff down here, can't you? Oh. Maybe there's gonna be something in the drawing, some kind of secret or something. Maybe there's a message in the drawing. Let's look around a little bit here. It almost looks like there could be, like, I see W's or something there. Alright then, let's try presenting Red-Headed League article to him and see if he says anything about it. It looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes. To the Red-Headed League. Does that strike you in some way? I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair. Oh, the elephant in the room comes out. So you figured it out, did you? At last, you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Wait, am I the one making the wrong deductions now? In the first instance, and quite indispensable, observation. Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut. So then allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits. Regale or boast? Oh, there it is. Alright, new dialogue option. Let's go, baby. So what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you circled? Sounds like a baseball team. Like the baseball team that Tom Hanks and Madonna were on in A League of Their Own. Was that Madonna? I think it was Madonna. Anyway, you noticed it in the paper then. That, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment. £4? It was? How? According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair. That doesn't entirely surprise me. That is like some serious red, too, I gotta tell you. But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. An unconditional salary of £4 a week. Oh my, £4 a week? So, okay, so 16 a month, that's a little better. I mean, especially pre-inflation, I don't know. But why? What are they paying people for? Gramps! What the hell am I paying you for? That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement. But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case. Yeah, like, wouldn't you have to give them your address or something? How do they get the money to you? You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once. So will I. Just on the off chance. That might be stretching a point, I think. Dude, seeing Susudo with red hair would just... I can only imagine. The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see. Oh. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can. But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away. Really? It wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes. So you decided to try to join in his place. Correct. I mean, look at me. Does it get any more red than this? Have you ever seen such a redheaded I have not. I'm being totally honest when I say that, too. Like, dear God. That's like, I've seen, that is more red than most bokoblins. Why? Why did it have to go so wrong? What? What on earth happened? Somebody get in there before you? A blunder, Mr. Sholmes. Wait, no. A blunder, Mr. Naruhodo, though it pains me to admit it. Your blunder? What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes? Will that stuff come out? I'm glad you asked, Miss Susato. What you see atop my head is neither dyed, nor a hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight. By the wonders of chemistry. Chemistry? I know, like, I mean, I guess maybe they had bleach back then? Because you wouldn't get that without bleach, I'm telling you right now. I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves. And in the course of my work... Well, actually, with his hair, the way it was before, it was pretty bright. So yeah, you probably... Like, if you have black hair, you can't just turn it straight from black to red. You have to bleach it and then turn it. Anyway, why do I know that? I don't know. And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one hair a flame-like red. But for how long? Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson. I think I'll pass. But Mr. Holmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it? Amateurs are always hampered by such fears. Oh, I should never have doubted you, Mr. Holmes. You mean to say? But of course. To earn £4 a week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger. That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely. So anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lime Street, where the Red-Headed League were interviewing prospective new members. That was a hard line to read, actually. Hard rest. So what went wrong? Well, there were other people, you see, and they got there first. The whole park was choked with red-headed folk, like a Coster's orange barrow. A COB. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?" Huh? So they just thought he was there on business or for work and didn't let him into the club? I replied, "Ish, don't give me away." After which I could do little else but turn and leave. Ah! Then this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. Skin irritation, maybe. So I turned that pair into the police. Oh dear, what a disaster. For Harley and those two redheads. Jeez. Hey, welcome to the way phones used to sound back in the 80s. And before then, too. Aha, here's my guest now, my latest client, with money to spend. Oh, I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley. Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating, save locating a runaway, of course. Oh no. Why is that in red? I said that before, about, like, Enoch Drebber or something that he said, and someone mentioned that, like, he has a really weird habit of turning words red that don't have anything to do with anything. It's really funny. Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you? Oh dear, I'm afraid that Harley can lack a little tact, especially just before the rent is due. Uh-oh! That was kind of loud. What the heck? Wait, she was juror number 2. You don't have red hair, I trust you. Mr. Holmes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, please, oh please. I got big boobs and I can help you. So please find my husband, he's run away. Oh. After he just said, the Ed Harris neck to upset me. I beg your pardon. Never mind, a personal matter, my apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo? I didn't say a word. I know. Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris, some tea if you please. Of course. Are we gonna get to see them sitting in the chairs? That'd be funny. What's the matter, Miss Susato? Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. I feel sure I've seen her somewhere before. Very recently. Yes, now you come to mention it. Evie? Okay, so suddenly she just has a name. Oh, well, she says it here. As I explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil. That's not, what's that called when a word is the same backwards and forwards? A palindrome. That's not a palindrome. I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure. Or just look at mine. Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam. Don't... No, take this. Take it. Take her... I'm sorry. Being offered a case to solve is reward enough. Oh, Mr. Holmes, you are the picture of benevolence. I will, of course, make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you will remember your words also. I mean, okay. If I might inquire, sir. Why is this other person here? This gentleman and lady would be... Oh, me? Listen, you know what I'm about to tell you, I should like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand? Ah, these are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you may say to me. Oh, I see. When I look at... Okay, this is so... Why am I pointing this out? I'm not... When I look at her boobs... Let me take a drink first. This is not going to go over well, but when I look at her boobs, like, there's a... It's like they're a darker shade, than the rest of her skin, like on her face and stuff. So, like, is she wearing the equivalent of, you know, black leggings, like, as a shirt? And that's why it's darker, because she's wearing, like, the same thing as what you wear when you wear black leggings. So, would you call that boobings? Why am I... So I don't know what's gotten it. Okay, alright, never mind. I can vouch for the gentleman personally. After all, he's my brother. Oh, he's hard of hearing. Well, thanks. Why did I ever get my hopes up? Oh my god, her cleavage, like, is to the left. Like, shouldn't it be going, like, straight up and down? Like, okay, alright. Miss Vigil, Mr. Vigil, and your husband's disappearance. Okay. So, hello. Forgive me for asking, Miss Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps? Oh my! Sure, my dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly, you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion. Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week? Oh, there we go! She looks like Diana Ingram. Well, maybe not. Just with shorter hair. I don't know. I knew I recognized her. Oh, her face is, like, wider here. Well, I guess she's also looking up. Yeah, there we go. Like, when she looks down, it's different. To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers down my spine. Oh dear. Why didn't I notice this when she was in the jury? Jeez. I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now. And her boobs are a different color. It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer. Being hard of hearing, I mean. Pardon? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. I was frippery, really, nothing more. More like slippery. Now like what you started, Mr. Holmes. Thank you very much. I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner. I really wish you would be quiet. Okay, Mr. Vigil. Okay, Virgil, you wiener. You never could stand up to a fight. Tell us about your husband, madame. Mr. Vigil, my Daily, is 40 years of age. Daily Vigil. Nice. I have a photograph here. Oh my gosh. No, alright. A perfectly normal-looking fellow with very short... Oh, he almost looks like Sebastian de Best, but with curls. I don't know. An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. Except for that striped vest, though. Dude. How long have you been married? About 2 days. It will be 15 years this year. Oh, wow. Congratulations, dude. That's good. We have a cordial relationship and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live quite comfortably. We sleep in separate beds, though, because he snores. As it would appear, I need only look at you to know these things. Oh, gosh! Your dress is the latest style, you're wearing boobings, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct? Well, anybody could have guessed that. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me. It's not all he does on you. Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or other. Oh, that is exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Holmes. I'm quite beside myself. Yeah, my husband's employment... You don't know what I was about to say there. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. He's a YouTuber. What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will? Maybe he shouldn't have read those comments. What exactly is your husband's line of work? He's a warder at the prison. Oh, okay. Well, starting to connect some dots here. A guard, that is somewhat unusual, but nobody's been killed yet, so... Prison warder. Let's just go straight into it then. So your husband is a prison warder. That's right, yes. Well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder. Oh, even better. The chief? Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder currently qualifies as something of a specialist occupation. You know it. It does indeed. Yes, indeed! My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out. Oh, like the one that he didn't do for, how long has he had this job? Dreadful punishments. Does she mean capital punishments? Yeah. Wow, it's just like Tom Hanks in The Green Mile. And at such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory. It sucks when he gets those urinary infections. But for that extra responsibility, he is remunerated more handsomely than the other warders. Oh, well, by how much? I guess it doesn't matter. It's probably a lot. Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbors. Yes. I believe your prudence is justified. Dear Prudence, by the Beatles. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged? We didn't get engaged at a prison, you freak! Barclay prison, Mr. Holmes, of course. Of course. A fine establishment. If I'm not mistaken, there is a large cemetery just behind it. Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery. No. Oh, but yes. Yes. Yeah. Huh. Unbelievable, my dear fellow, and yet undeniable. Sorry, Mr. Holmes, I'm afraid you've lost me. Did he run away because we found out, almost, that the guy didn't get killed and now he's in trouble because of that? Pay no heed, madam, pay no heed. A private matter. This can't really be a coincidence, can it? Yeah, because I'm still convinced the guy didn't actually die in the execution. I mean, they all but said it, basically, in the last case. So if that's true, and it was her husband's job to see to it that the guy died, then yeah, he would be in trouble. Your husband's disappearance. Burp. So to the matter of your husband's disappearance. When did you realize he was missing? Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday. I'm sorry. Yesterday. That really is recent. Laughably so. Well, it's just enough time, you know, that you, like if she didn't know where he was going, she might have thought he just went to the store or something. And then she could have just fallen asleep, or maybe she assumed he went out with his friends, and then she just gave up and went to bed that night. Got the next morning and he was still gone. Like, it could work. The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away for his work. So I shouldn't have spent all that time speculating. I should have just let her say it herself. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him not to return home at night, but this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day, that has certainly never happened before. Oh, my dear Daly, whatever could have happened? Well, I don't know though. That case was 8 days ago. Why would he only just now start running away? So, nah. My dear Miss Vigil, please calm yourself. And your tits. Now then, have you contacted the police? Why, naturally. But sadly, they refused to listen to my pleas, as my husband has only been missing for 1 day. I was asked to wait patiently at home. In truth, Miss Vigil, I concur with the police. I mean, I guess. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my deductive powers to track your husband down anyway. Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. And furthermore, let me assure you, these cuts back and forth are very jarring. Very jarring indeed. A chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. She doesn't know what you're talking about, dude. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it. You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay me any sum you care to mention. Ah. You seek only to put this sweet's rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. To be continued? No, not really. Okay. Thank you for everything you've shared with us, Miss Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation. Oh, please stop talking like that and report to me soon with good news, sir. I'll report to you with something. Fear not, madame. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with the heartening reports, I'm quite sure. Sure. So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Holmes. Good news should be delivered early, I always say. Yeah, I agree. If you would be so kind as to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession, which I will then turn over to this man over here who can't speak, or can't hear, rather. Thank you. Now allow me to show you the door. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Holmes. You've been simply marvelous. See you later. You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two. Are you sure? I can't be sure, of course, but I didn't swear on it. I merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Ha! Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Don't look at me with those pleading eyes. Well, I mean, well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case? Yeah, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually. I know. Excellent. And what did you make of it? Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Barclay prison, I mean? Ah, so you noted that. Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery. Yeah. Ooh, music time. Oh my god. Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison. So it was renowned among us students at the university for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts. Yep. Barclay Prison is where that notorious man was incarcerated. The Professor. And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem. It's all very peculiar. It's all too much pressure. Nothing I can't handle? Okay, if you say so. Run along to the prison and see what you can glean, would you? It's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried. But aren't you going to go yourself? I can't go out with this hair. Are you kidding me? I look like a freaking tomato. Oh, that's actually what it is. But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair? Well, yeah, because everybody else had it too. Yeah. If you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy. And I bow to you. I like when they bow. It's so respectful, you know? Alright, I guess we're going to the prison. Do we have time for this? I suppose we do. Prison governor's office. Yeah. Oh, Susado's excited about it. So am I, quite frankly. I hope this looks like the prison in the Green Mile. I'm going to keep bringing that up, but yeah. Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its 4 high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. Oh god! Oh my god, that clock is so cool! Is that a clock? That's not a clock, there's no hands on it. Okay, what else we got in here? We got a bird that's blue and appears to be very fat. We have guns. We have the 6 pictures of the 6 Wario's that are in Super Mario RPG. And last but not least, we have chains on the walls, baby. Holy mackerel! This place is full of hardened criminals. I cannot remember the last time a Sylvania was done here. And you didn't want to talk to an inmate, but to me? Holy mackerel. Oh my god, is this... Wait, oh, it looks like a combination of Bald Bull and Super Macho Man. Seriously. Maybe a little bit of Soda Popinski in there. He definitely looks like he belongs in the game Punch-Out. Oh, it's Caden, yeah, right. Wait, where did we hear that name? We heard the name, but I don't remember it being associated with this, but I forgot already. Do you ken who I am? I'm the Governor Barry Caden, Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean... Yes, I'm a visiting student of WoW from the Empire of Japan. Japan? Did you say Japan? Yes. Oh, boy. Well, there's no one of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh? Eh? You got like you're like a Midwesterner here? I don't know. I didn't notice another prison next door, sir. Anyway. Anyway, we came to ask it. I didn't like to be so direct, but... I was gonna say, it's not playing automatically again, is it? I had no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious-looking Easterners. Now I'll get you to my hair. Oh, he's like more like Canadian, huh? Oh, jeez. Not since Lana Sky have we had a witness turn their back on us. Like, literally. As soon as he finds out that we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means... I think it's because of the professor case. You think so too? Oh, maybe. 10 years ago, Genshin Asogi, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison. I might have known. You're sniffing around about that case, aren't you? Your agents, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt. No, not at all. We're just get going with ya before I punch your lights out. We're going, we're going. Clearly, the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere here. Unless we can somehow prove to this man that there's nothing suspicious about us. Governor Kaden? Oh. What are you thinking, Miss Susanoo? I'll just be cute. You know, that usually works. I feel sure that name came up in It did, but I wasn't sure. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us. Come to think of it, I have the same feeling. There's no conversing to happen here. I said get out! Please. Before I shove my handcuffs in your face. Alright, so back to the hotel then? Maybe go see if the dudes can help us here. Check into the room yet? Hey, he's just right there. Guess we can examine. Hey man, I'm clicking on your face. That's Professor Mikitoba over there. Yo, what's up, dude? Ah, hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked. Well, where's Judge Jigoku? Yeah, he's not the relaxing sort. He's upstairs taking a dump. He's taking himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs. Jeez. Waste no time, does he? Having only just arrived in the country today? Goodness, he is full of energy. Yeah, well... Professor, you mentioned something before. About how you'd known the prison governor at Barclay Prison. Ah, Governor Kaden, you mean? Yes, okay, so that's what he was talking about. So it is the same man. Father, we must speak with the governor. We just found out some serious shit. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners. Maybe we should dye our hair red, I don't know. Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it'd be a very different story. Oh, would you? That would be wonderful if you have time now. Well, that's the thing, I don't. Oh, he really doesn't. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee? Now, I have rather a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Mikitobas are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts. Or could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Let's not fall out now, I have an idea. Why don't you just show him this? What's he writing on that piece of paper? Free cookie. Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Oh, thank you. The letter of introduction has been entered. Yeah. We got ourselves a winner. Good luck then. Yeah, like, I don't know, what could we find out? I mean, is he just gonna straight up admit it? Well, he's not the guy, though. Alright, back to the governor's office. I gotta keep in mind now, this is not the guy who, if we're going with the theory, failed to execute. That was the other guy, Daly, who was running that show. But still, we can present, so I think I'm just gonna do it. If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden. What's this then? You can I pull the wool over my eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student? Wait a minute. Miko Toba? Oh man. That young jock from the forensics laboratory? That Miko Toba? Yes, exactly, him. Whatever it takes. Oh dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Yujin Mikotoba's daughter, Susanoo. Yeah, but how could she have known he knew her dad's, right? Jings! You're the young man's daughter? And you didn't think to mention that afore? I do apologize. Aye, well, you'd best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? This is not a Canadian. Oh, what the heck? And did he forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits? Oh. Wow, he must have to eat 100 of those to fill his tummy. Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing. Well, you know, I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now. Sense a little sarcasm there. So then, what can I do for you, hen? I'm not a hen. You're Blue Bird over there, though. Well, we're currently investigating a case. It's one of your warders, you see. Wait. It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing. Missing? That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor. So you're gonna say no? What? I haven't heard nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison. Huh? Well, he mentioned there was a prison next door. Is this from... Are we in the wrong prison here? Is he in the wrong prison? It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder. Vigil? That's right, his wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Oh, that's true. I guess you wouldn't suspect anything if it was like his day off today or something. Clearly, that means something to him. Yeah, he definitely knew the name when we said it. Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir? Of course. Okay, I guess we're going in. Yeah, let's do it. Chief Warder Vigil. We understand that Mr. Vigil is the Chief Warder here at the prison. Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder. Sorry, did you say was? Yeah, he did. Aye, he doesn't work here no more. He left the job. Oh my. When was this? Yeah, my thoughts. Exactly. Oh, nice comb, dude. Oh, you're a man after my own heart. I love a good comb, let me tell you. There's a question. When was it about? It cannot have been much less than 6 hours ago. Whoa! "10 years ago? Did he quit the job, or does he just disappear? He stopped working here 10 years ago? Is she, like, delusional or something? Like, the engine's running, but there's nobody behind the wheel. As I mind it, Dukin, I hadn't heard the fellow's name in all that time. That's a worry if he's gone missing, though. But Miss Vigil made no mention of it. I think perhaps Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. How do you get away with that for 10 years, dude? Unless he just worked at the other prison. What if, like, he set up a whole other prison over there and just pretended... never mind. Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here? It would make more sense for him to give it up 10 years ago, or for him to be removed from it, or to be chased out of town, or whatever. That's important, is it? Yes, I believe it may be. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? A lot of things. I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago. Huh. Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison. 10 years ago. Oh, boy. Okay. What if he is the professor? Everybody just is the professor now. So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of Chief Warder 10 years ago, you're telling us? Well, no. The professor was like a Japanese dude, right? Yeah, so... Yeah, 10 years ago. What happened to make him leave the job? In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter. You mean he was dismissed? Yes, and I was the one who did it. It was after a particular walk. Sorry? A walk? I like this guy's vernacular. Aye, that's our word for it in here, a walk to the gallows. Oh, walk the Green Mile, of course. It's the job of the Chief Warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any... Oh, no! What if it really is like the Green Mile and he actually executed someone he knew to be innocent, and then he quit because he felt so bad about it? What? No, they said he was dismissed, though, right? So maybe not. It's the job of the Chief Warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you see. Only Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning. What did he do? I'm so into this right now. I'm sorry, but can I reveal that information? But I can tell you that it's very rare for a Chief Warder to be relieved of his post. But why wouldn't Miss Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here. I wouldn't ken anything about that, I'm afraid. Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal? I suppose so. And what would that be, hen? I think hen is like the word for a girl. That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's? Yeah. I'm sorry, I really am, but I'm not at liberty to answer that. No at liberty. I think he actually did mean to say no. Professor Mikitoba, well? My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted. The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research. You can? Yes, I can imagine. The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable. Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard. In the basement of St. Sinners. It's still in use today. St. Sinners? That's come up before, I'm sure. I feel like I would have remembered the name Sinner, like, good lord. Yes, that's right, we've been there. Mikatobo and I used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms. For more fresh material, I suppose. Aye, and we used to... You just read my thoughts again, dude! And we used to sit in here for hours and gab on about dissection and all sorts. Ugh, it takes me back. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cuff biscuits, of course. How charming. Yeah, it is kind of cute, yeah. I like it. Adam's playing YouTube. He was a good fellow, your father. Reliable and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid... I'll never understand you Japanese. Because of Genshin Asogi, I suppose. Well, Well... I cannot tell you anything else. You told us enough. Thank you so much for your time, Governor. Oh, one moment before you're away, hen. Remember DL6. Oh, wait, wrong game. I'm sure I have it in here somewhere. Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir of your visit to the prison. What is it? She looks shocked. That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course. Oh my, are you sure? Aye, it's no trouble at all. Aye, it's not the original, mind. Well, I should say. Thank you very much, Governor Hayden. Well, in return, say hi to Mikitoba for me. Do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed. Ugh, okay. Not nearly the friendly goodbye that I was imagining here. Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being. Yes, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Holmes with what we found out about Mr. Vigil. What will he tell Miss Vigil, I wonder? Mrs. Vigil? I don't know. Well, I want to look at that for a second before we go here. Let's see. Oh, 3 pages long. Wow. Chief Warder, Daily Vigil, is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Ouch. Ugh. Reason for dismissal: aiding and abetting the escape from this prison of convict 10 letters just prior to his execution. Wait a minute. Does that mean he actually escaped then? Well, who got executed then? Unless they caught him? Details of this escape are still being investigated. Or maybe they did catch him. Full cooperation with the inquiries will be expected. Prison Governor Barry Caden, so... Huh. Additional notes: indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. Wait. It's believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Ah. I assume they never got that, though. Wait, so, like, did he get arrested on purpose? Like, was that his intent? To get arrested? But why? Just to escape? It's kind of weird. I don't know. What does this say? Oh, it says, Can we look at this? It's just fluff dialogue, but we'll check it out. Professor Mikitoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? I noticed. This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy? I do wish he'd at least called you a nice young man. I'm really not sure that would help. It's on the back. Oh! It looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket. Huh. The SS Groose. First class cabin 001, baby. Yokohama departure 11th of September. London arrival 1st of November. Jeez. That's just like, I would rather than do that. Oh, that's the boat that Professor Mikitoba and Judge Jigoku came from Japan, isn't it? Yes, I think it called at Dunkirk on the north coast of France for a night before finally arriving in Dover. So I think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Burya. Seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think? Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary. And I keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Oh, well, how strange. Where could it have gone? What? Are you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo? Did I imagine it, or was that comment accompanied by a little sigh? Oh, this is important. Huh. I thought this was just going to be a little throwaway piece of evidence, but no. There's something on the back of this. Is there anything to look at with the magnifying glass here? Is that hair red? Is that a name tag? I don't know. Not worry about it. Okay. Anyway, next time on Ace Attorney, we go back and talk to Holmes and see what we can do with the information we've currently just acquired. So see you guys later, and bye!